I really appreciate each and every one of you being here. When I got diagnosed, like I said, there was nothing. There was one hotline that was open Tuesday to Thursday. I got diagnosed on a Thursday afternoon and couldn't find anybody until Tuesday to talk to. And it's so great now that we have all these organizations that can help, because it really does make a difference in your life. So a lot of these people are our support group leaders and our board members. And you could always go to our website and find anybody that's close by to you. So NCAN's mission is to grow awareness, get more patients and medical professionals together, bring awareness to the general public, and to help patients and families navigate their journey. Growing awareness is about sharing the story of the zebra. How many people know the story of the zebra? Okay. And you all believe that it was picked because when here in Hoofby, think of horses, not zebras, look for the common, not the uncommon? How many know the real story of why Bob and I picked the zebra to be the logo and how all the groups followed after? Okay, the real reason is that in medical school, you hear that story, but do you know that our fingerprints and the zebra's fingerprints are their stripes? No two zebras have the same stripes. And even though each one of us in this room has neuroendocrine, each one of us is totally different. Our symptoms are different. Our experience with medication is different. Our blood work is different. So we're all different, and that's why we chose the zebra. So how does NCAN help? Well, we have a hotline. How many people have called the hotline and spoken to me personally? Okay. I answer the hotline 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Yes, I answer on New Year's. Yes, I answer on Thanksgiving. Yes, I answer on the way to my son's wedding. I answer all the time, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't tell you how many times I get it out of the country and they call me at 2 o'clock in the morning. We have a website. The website is netcancerawareness.org. We do conferences. This is approximately 145, 150, I don't know, I lost count, across the country. This is a regional conference, so we have anywhere from 80 to 150 people. It's a one-day conference. How many people have gone to our national conference? Okay. A national conference is usually every 2 to 3 years, and it's a 3-day conference. All day Thursday, we have a reception on Thursday night, all day education on Friday. Friday night we do entertainment or dinner or something like that, and then all day Saturday as well. Probably looking at 2026 at this point, because we are going to have about 6 conferences next year. So I don't want to put a national conference on top of it. National conference, there's over 350 people to 600 people we've had at these events. How many people have sent away for a free information packet? Okay. Go onto the website and send away for a free information packet. It gives you a whole bunch of information about all the different drugs that are available, all the different treatments that are available. So we get them from the pharmaceutical company, so it has a lot of information. How many belong to a support group? Okay. You know, since COVID, it's been very difficult to have support group meetings in person. We're just starting to get back up and rolling. How many people know that we're now switching it to once a quarter, but how many people knew that there was a support group that NCAN ran that could be anywhere in the country every 3rd Saturday of the month? Okay, so you need to go onto the website and see these events. We have a podcast coming up in 2 weeks, the 23rd, with Dr. Thor, and we're hoping to have a little meeting afterwards. And then starting in October, we will be doing another support group meeting. We have awareness events. We during the walk that can be done in New York, in Charlotte, and also virtually. The virtual one, you can sign up, and we mail you the T-shirt. If you want to walk, that's fine. If you don't want to walk, you don't have to. You can form a team, get your families involved, have a picnic, go to a park, do whatever you want, just to bring awareness. And we help you advocate for your own best care. So why? It was clear that patients needed help, and by being our own advocates, we found doctors that knew how to treat us. And so here are some of the doctors, our past doctors, that have, some of them have retired, some have not. Dr. Richard Warner, Dr. Gene Waltering, Dr. Bill Go, Dr. Odorizio, which he passed away last year, and then Dr. Anthony and Dr. Nutting, who is out in, Dr. Anthony is in Kentucky, and Dr. Nutting is in Colorado. So, practical advice about being your own advocate. Network. Talk to other patients. Get what their advice is. Go to support group meetings. There are things that you'll learn in a support group meeting that you will not learn from your doctor. Your doctor only has a certain amount of time to spend with you. So you have to be prepared when you go into the doctor's office. If you have questions, write notes, okay? Take those notes, bring them to the doctor's office, hand them to the nurse and say, listen, these are the questions I have for the doctor. I know he's very busy. I don't expect them to be answered right now, but is there a way that you can have him get back to me, whether it's you or somebody get back to me through a portal? Always bring somebody with you if you're going to see a doctor, or ask the doctor if you can record the session. So this way, a lot of times we all get it. It's the white coat syndrome. You get in the doctor's office and the doctor says, how are you? And I bet you 95% of you in this room will say, I'm fine. I'm doing well. You don't tell them, I've been in the bathroom 20 times. I've been flushing all the time. I've had bad abdominal pains. I am coughing. I can't breathe. It happens to all of us. And Robert will tell you, he comes into the office and the doctor will say to me, how are you feeling? Oh, I'm fine. And Robert's like, no, you're not. What are you talking about? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. He's like, Maryann, you've been in the bathroom 20 times. You have to tell the doctor. They are not mind readers. You have to be honest with them. Keep learning by going to conferences. We have on our website a YouTube channel. We have over 300 videos of past conferences. This conference is being recorded. I do not promise that the recordings will always work, so I don't like to advertise it. But as long as everything's all right, within a couple of weeks, you'll have the thing. So check back on the website to get a recording in case you missed something. Always reach out to a net specialist. I think that Ken and Tim and I kind of broke that down and said, do it. If you're not getting what you want from your doctor or what you need to find a new doctor. Not every doctor is going to be a perfect fit for you. You know, some doctors are really great and have a great bedside manner, and if you're looking for that, that's great. Some doctors are very harsh and are very direct. That's great. Find the best fit for you, okay? And just because Susie says on Facebook, oh, I went to this doctor and he's amazing, doesn't mean that doctor's going to be great for you. So if the doctor doesn't work for you, then leave and find another doctor. Have your doctors join NANETS. This is really, really important. How many people buy gifts for their doctors at Christmas time when you go to the office? Do you bring cookies, candy, or something for the doctors or the office? Okay. Instead of that, say to your doctor, hey, are you part of NANETS, the North American Neuroendocrine Tumor Society? If not, it's $100. It's $100. Say to the doctor, if you're not part of NANETS, can I buy you a membership so they can continue their education by attending events or going online and learning about the disease? The more we help educate the doctors, the more the doctors can help us. We have a very busy season coming up. So we have a monthly live stream with Dr. Thor on the 23rd. On the 24th, we're going to be in East Meadow, Long Island, for the Strides for Stripe walk. Starting October 1st to December 31st, you can walk anywhere with the Strides for Stripes. It's the virtual walk. We have a patient conference coming up at the Marriott in Miami, Florida. We have the walk in Charlotte, November 4th. We have the Celebration of Life in Long Island. This will be our 20th Celebration of Life. And how the Celebration of Life started was after I got diagnosed and we met Dr. Odorizio, we wanted him to come to Long Island to speak. And so Robert and I reached out to him and he said, absolutely, I'll come and speak. So Robert and I went to a Marriott local and said, we like to reserve a room. And they said, okay, fine. And they said, well, we just need a credit card to hold the room and everything else. And we said, great. We gave them the credit card and then we got in the car and we're like, okay, well, how are we going to pay for this? So we decided to run a event, and it was a dinner dance for our friends and family. And that first night, we raised $10,000. The next morning, we had the conference with Dr. Odorizio for about 75 patients, and the cost was $10,000. No, actually, it was $9,500. And so we had $500 left over, and that's how NCAN was born. So the gala is a 5-hour event. Several people have been here before that have come. My sister makes over 150 baskets and donates them. They're all really reasonable. Their tickets are like 10 for like $35 or something, and you get to choose which prize you want to put the tickets in. We have a 5-hour event. We have a cocktail hour. We have a full sit-down dinner. We have after-dinner cordials. We have a making it your own sundae. We have a DJ. We have a photo booth. It's at night just to celebrate life, that we're all here another year. So if anybody wants to take a ride down to Long Island, it's a lot of fun. And then we came down with COVID last year, a couple of months ago. So in May, we were supposed to have a conference in San Diego, but we moved it to February 17th in San Diego. Next year, we also have on the agenda Knoxville, Tennessee, New Orleans, Iowa City, maybe Denver, and maybe Raleigh, I think we have. So we have quite a few events coming up next year, so make sure you check back at the event page. So we just want to remind you that, sometimes people think I'm a little harsh. I'm a New York girl. We tell it like it is, okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. And the fact of the matter is that you're all here and you're taking your first step as being your own advocate. Now I need you to go out there and continue being your own advocate. I need you to also advocate for each person in this room. And by doing that is wearing your zebra pins that are in your bags. Talk about it. Talk about it all the time. It's not a very pleasant conversation to have, but talk about it. Wear your pin, and if somebody says, oh, that's a really nice pin, what's it about? Tell them about your disease, because you never know if that person is going to be a person that makes a connection with somebody else that has the disease, and you're going to down the line be able to help them. So share your story. If you'd like, you could talk to Michael, and we're going to be doing videos. So if you'd like to do a podcast and share your story to get that word out there, talk to Michael. He's in the red shirt over there, and we can schedule something, because by sharing your story, it helps other patients learn about the disease, and it helps the general public. Maybe if Steve Jobs had come out publicly and said something, maybe we'd be somewhere. We've lost so many famous people who don't come out and talk about the disease. Do I blame Steve Jobs for not coming out? No, he was protecting his company. Would I be happy if he had come out? Yes. Instead of standing on that stage and saying, oh, I have diarrhea because he didn't say diarrhea. He said, I'm losing weight because I have a hormonal imbalance. Instead of saying, hey, listen, I'm in the bathroom all the time because I have neuroendocrine. It might have taken us somewhere, okay? We just lost Jimmy Buffett. We've lost Aretha Franklin. We've lost all these people. Stand up and talk about it, because you never know who you're going to save down the line. So if you have anybody that you know that is friends with somebody famous that has this disease, reach out to them. Ask them to come out and say, hey, listen, I have this disease and I want to help. Maria Menuda, she has it. I've reached out to her several times. If anybody else, if you see them online, try to reach out to them and say, hey, listen, we need your help. We need your help to get the word out. We are a rare disease, but we're not as rare as everybody thinks. How many people are aware of the fact that out of every 100 autopsies, and this is dating back to 2001, how many people know that 1 out of every autopsy done, there's a carcinoid tumor in their appendix? Did anybody know that? Yet we're considered a rare disease. And that data is from 2001. So I'm sure it might even be higher now. So let's get the word out there. Help us advocate for you. Help advocate for yourself. And let's make this disease known to the world. Don't sit back and ignore it. Don't sit back and keep it to yourself. Spread the word. Wear your ribbons. Do whatever you can. Come to events that bring awareness to this disease, and shout it from the rooftops. Is it something that I wanted to talk about? This was not going to be my life. I was very happy as a homemaker and taking care of my children. And here I am 24/7 doing this. And now, not only am I doing it 24/7, but my husband is and my children are, because we're out there for you. Not only for us, we're out there for you to make sure you're getting the proper treatment and that the doctors and the patients are getting educated.